Back, though, inside where it's nice and warm. We are at New Trier High School. I'm Mike Lederman, along with Bruce Woodbury. And so far, we have seen one major upset, and that being Breanne Fowles over Ellen Stonebreaker in the 200-meter freestyle. And Allison Weimer, another one of our spotlighted swimmers, winning once again the 50-meter freestyle, although coming up short in her bid to break the state record. Now we are on to diving, and here is another story. And our first diver will be the young lady who won this event as a freshman, and now she is a senior trying for her second diving title. Her name is Hannah Shin from Fremd High School in Palatine. You see her in the green bathing suit. There she is. As a freshman, she was #1. Last year, she finished second to her teammate Kelly Telschow, who has gone on and graduated. And as a sophomore, she finished 4th. So that's a pretty good record, to say the least.
Hannah's diving real well. I watched her yesterday in the preliminaries. She was leading the pack the whole way. She's also leading right now with 3 dives left to go. They have 3 dives left. One's a required dive, 2 are optional dives. She's going to start off with a required dive. There's no specific order that they have to finish in as long as they complete the 1 required and 2 optionals. She's going to start off with a required dive, 1.8, and then move on and do the 2 optionals. And she's real strong in the optionals. She's a great twister.
I'm sorry, 1.8, the degree of difficulty. She'll be doing a front dive with half a twist. Again, there are a total of 11 dives. They do 8 in the preliminaries, and then the top 12 as they cut the field will perform the final 3 dives. Meanwhile, looking at the team championships, after 4 events, St. Charles running away with things, 72 points. University High in normal second with 29. That'll give you an idea of the dominance that St. Charles has had in this meet, and they still have a couple of other relay teams that have a shot.
Well, I think they're almost ready to go. They got the water back in the pool.
Yeah. There will be 12 divers, a total of 36 dives. And the first of whom is Hannah Shin, 17-year-old senior.
Boy, she's tight in that dive. Take it straight to the bottom. The leaders don't like to dive first. They like to see what their competition's like. And then she'll have to wait at the end to see if she's won it.
6-0 to 7-5, a wide range there.
There are the scores. The top 2 are dropped. The bottom 2 are dropped. And they multiply the middle 3 by the degree of difficulty.
Becky Schmitz from Barrington. She stands 9th.
Nice dive there for Becky. She bumped her leg a couple weeks ago and had to have a tape again today. She's in a little bit of pain. Dove real well yesterday. Looks happy with that dive.
She is a junior. Pretty consistent between 5 and 6.
2.4.
Next, this is Reed Evans, 9th a year ago. Forward 2.5 somersault.
Boy, the crowd liked that one.
Tough dive.
Yeah. She was out a little bit far away from the board, but looked good from this angle.
Again, the marks between 5s and 6s, mostly 5.5s.
And a step back from that, but she got the 2.5 in there, and nice finish.
Evans, a junior at Champaign Centennial.
1.8.
She is 5th going into the final 3 dives. And here is Amanda Cruz from Champaign Central. Back 1.5.
Boy,
half a twist.
That was a beautiful entry from my angle.
Cruz stands 4th.
Nice twist, free position, and in. Took it right to the bottom.
And the scores ranging from 5.0 to 6.5. This is Laura Benedetti, a 15-year-old freshman from Hoffman Estates. Laura standing 10th going into the final 3. Forward dive, half a twist.
5, 4, 4, 4 and 1/2, 5, 5.
Exceptional marks here. 4 O's and
Yeah,
5.
didn't look crisp.
Forward dive, half twist
But she might have put all of her good strong dives at the beginning and just to get into these finals.
And remember, she's 15 years old and a freshman. As we take a look here, coming back, Andrea Flo and Rockford Guilford. Junior with
5 and 1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2.
marks between 5 and 6.5. She stands 6th.
Diving 7, Julia McDonald from Springfield. Forward dive, half twist straight.
This is Julian McDonald. She is in 3rd place from Springfield High School. She's a senior. A forward dive with a half twist.
That was a good strong entry. The scoring usually is divided up into the approach, the dive, what's done in the air, and then the entry as she goes into the water. Nice and tight. She turned her a little bit at the end, twisted her ankles there. Judges caught that.
Second place now is being held by Liz Olson. There is Liz from Barrington. Finished 11th last year. This is a back 1.5 somersault with 1/2 twist.
Barrington has 2 divers in this meet, and they're both doing excellent.
5 and 1/2.
Liz Olson is just a sophomore as we take a look at the replay.
5 and 1/2.
Seems good control. Just got it in. Could have opened up a little bit sooner, but the scores reflect that.
Again, low of 5-0 and the high of 6-5. Here is Shannon Joseph from Hinsdale Central.
Boy, Hinsdale always has good divers. They always have the girls ready to go.
Doing that reverse, trying to move up from 12th position. Shannon Joseph, a junior.
She loses a little bit as she hits in the entry here. You can see her kind of wobble as she went into the water, but she's 12th and it looks like she can move up a little bit from there.
Next up, Deanne Shedd, a teammate of Hannah Shin's, the sophomore from Palatine Friend. She is 11th right now.
Nice.
Back 1.5 with half a twist.
Palatine Friend has got a good strong diving program. And here we go in the water. A little late getting in. Could have straightened out a little bit sooner. It's a difficult dive.
There are no marks there. Again, 3 5s and 4. This is Nicole Vanderbeek from Stevenson in Lincolnshire. She is 8th right now.
And just a sophomore too.
Forward 1 and 1. Somersault and a twist.
5 and 1/2. 5, 5 and 1/2.
4-5 to 5-5. Her range of marks.
Here you can watch the replay. Her hair is a little distracting to me. It's like all over the place. A lot of times the girls tie their hair back, and but the dive was good.
Here is Robin Yachter from Palatine. She finished 6th a year ago. She is a senior. Back somersault with 2.5 twists, 2.7. Very high degree of difficulty.
Yeah. Now she has a required dive with a lower degree of difficulty. This might push her up a little bit. She did a nice job of twisting here in this net.
5, 4 and 1/2.
4.5 and 5s her marks.
Nice job of twisting, good body position, and in the water, leaning up a little bit.
Good hand.
There were the marks. Showed you, averaging 5.0. Here is Hannah Shin for her second dive, and she wanted to come back off the board to compose herself.
Hannah's still leading after that round of diving.
1 and 1/2 twist free, 2.5.
This is one of her tougher dives, 2.5 degree of difficulty, a back 1.5.
She is such an excellent twister. Look at that. Nice. I get dizzy just watching her.
Crowd responds to the effort by Hannah Shin, and she gets 5 5s to 6 5s for her marks.
In slow motion, it's amazing to watch her dive. Nice entry, nice twisting, very nice dive.
There are the marks again. You throw out the top 2 and bottom 2.
And you multiply it by the very difficult degree of difficulty.
Becky Schmitz, second dive.
Becky was over a little bit, wasn't as strong as her first dive there. Nods to her coach.
3 1/2, 4, 4, 4 1/2, 3 1/2.
You can tell that she's over a little bit, and by her entry. That entry's got to drop straight down. She's in a parachute.
Junior from Barrington, again, the marks show that. 3s and 4s. Reed Evans in 5th position. Reverse from a pike.
Good marks, but it's a low degree of difficulty, so it's not going to help her that much. Nice pike, and look, nice entry.
Solid 6s for Reed Evans from Champaign Centennial as you look at her scores. Here is Amanda Cruz in 4th place. That a back forward one somersault with 2 twists. 2.3 degree of difficulty.
4 1/2, 5.
Amanda's a good diver. Her twists just don't look as crisp as they do in Hannah. When she gets it, but she gets it in. Very difficult dive.
Marks for Amanda Cruz. The freshman Laura Benedetti of Hoffman Estates. Forward 2.5, 2.4 degree of difficulty.
And we saw that dive a little bit earlier. Her approach
3
was
1/2, 4 1/2.
had to get her knee up a little bit on the approach.
4 1/2, 5.
And she just barely got it in.
3.5 to 5.
But she could be tucked a little tighter too. That'll help her spin faster and be able to get out of it a little bit sooner. It's a very difficult dive.
Great experience for her making the state finals as a freshman. Andrea Flo. Andrea doesn't mess around. She likes to get up there,
Get in
do
there.
her act, and
4, 3 1/2.
Get it over with.
6th coming into the final 3 dives. That forward 1.5.
2.3.
Julia McDonald. She's 3rd.
Virtually the same dive in the pike position, and just a lot
4
crisper.
1/2, 6, 4.
Pike, nice tight pike.
4 1/2.
Kicks out of it, straight in.
4.
Nice.
78. Liz Olsen Barrington.
Senior from Springfield. The range there from 4 to 6.
2.7.
And here is the 2nd place contestant right now. Again, Liz Olson from Barrington. A back somersault with 2.5 twists.
Those twisting dives are difficult. I don't know how the girls do it, but
5 1/2.
you can see that she twists well.
5 1/2.
Up,
5
twist
1/2.
around,
5
and
1/2.
in.
4 1/2.
Nice.
5.
Range of marks, but you see the 5.5
And the 3.5.
all the way up to
2.4.
5.5. Here is Shannon Joseph. Junior from Hinsdale Central.
Nice deliberate approach.
Doesn't get that one.
I'm sure she'd like to have that one over again.
2 1/2. 2 1/2.
I don't know if this is the one she wants to have over again, but here she could tuck a little bit tighter, kick out, and you can see their legs are just didn't quite kick out fast enough.
2.3.
Shannon Joseph's marks there, you see.
And their coach.
Here is Deanne Shedd from Fremont.
Conservative dive. 2.3, it's difficult. She had got some good awards out of those 6s and 5.5s.
5.
Consistent.
Might help her move up from the 11th position.
I think it will. There she's talking to Hannah.
Come on, Nicole.
Here next, Nicole Vanderbeek. And her flying tresses. See what happens here. The inward 1.5.
Could have come over a little bit more, tucked a little tighter. She would have a little, would have sped up the dive a little bit. Easy to sit up here and criticize, but there.
Sophomore from Lincolnshire also getting fine experience here, and there are her marks. And Robin Yachter again completing the second round. She stands 7th. Back 1.5.
Nice. That's a difficult dive. 2.4 difficulty. Got fours, a couple 5.5s and a 5.
All right, now to the final round. And Hannah Shin, who
she could lock up the state championship here with just nailing this dive.
Some people thought she had it locked up coming in, and she certainly hasn't done anything to discourage that notion. An inward 1.5.
Nice. Nice. She is such a confident diver this year. She ends up with a point total of 434.6 points. Look at how tight that she is there. And saves the dive a little bit. She almost went over on it, but saves a nice dive.
Good marks, 5 6s and 1 7.0. Of course, that won't count either. Looks like she's got that championship. Here's Becky Schmitz looking to move up from 9th.
Becky finished strong.
4 1/2, 4 1/2.
Those are some good scores for Becky on this dive. And she finishes with, saves it a little bit at the end. You can tell by the wobble as she goes in.
Reverse 1 1/2 somersaults tuck, 2.3.
Numbers for the final dive for Becky Schmitz, the junior from Barrington. Here is Reed Evans.
Wow, nice dive. She got nice height on that.
Well, Evans stood 5th coming in and gets
4 1/2, 5 1/2,
4.5s, 5s, and 5.5s.
Look at the height she gets on that. That's really nice. And beautiful kick out and straight into the water. Nice job, nice finish.
2.3.
Ends up with a total of 402 points.
Reed Evans from Champaign Centennial. Again, a junior. She can qualify for next year. Here's Amanda Cruz, another junior from Champaign Central. Amanda Cruz looking to move into the top 3.
5 1/2, 6, 5 1/2, 5 1/2, 6, 6.
And
Comes up
very
short.
very nice entry. She almost got into the 400 points.
1.7.
Hannah's still leading. I'm keeping a close eye on those final points now.
Here's Laura Benedetti.
She's ending up with her required dive. It's not as difficult. So even though she's starting off with some high total, that she's not going to get more than 27 points here.
5 1/2, 5 1/2. Second 6. Andrea Flo from Rockford Guilford. Back 1 1/2 somersaults tuck.
The only freshman in the final field finishes with solid 5s. Andrea Flo.
Oh, I love that dive. Andrea, good finish, out a little bit too far from the board.
4 1/2, 4, 4, 4, 4.
I like this dive. There's a little whip to it, and she gets it in just barely. Ooh, ooh. Nice.
2.3.
To this point, she started 6th. She has taken over 4th position. But here is principal competition, Julia McDonald. McDonald in 3rd with her final dive.
See how she ends up here.
6, 5 1/2, 5 1/2, 5, 6.
Nice twisting dive, nice twist, and good entry.
2.4.
I missed the scores on that one.
Let's go, Liz.
Julia McDonald with
Oh, there they are.
399.50. And that puts her just behind Amanda Cruz at 399.85. Here we see Liz Olson. She is 2nd. The forward 2.5.
Great dive until the kick out there.
4, 4 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2.
And Liz Olson started in second, but now she has slipped into third.
Kicks out and see a little trouble straightening her legs out. She was trying to, like the devil, to get those legs straightened out.
There are her numbers again over the spread from 3.5 to 5.5. Shannon Joseph.
Ooh.
And major problems with that one.
Shannon saved her for that dive to last for a reason.
1 and 1/2, 2.
She had done such a nice job up to then, and that's all she had left. She gave it a really good shot. Great experience. She'll be back next year.
Junior from Hinsdale Central. Like to forget about that one. Next up, Deanne Shedd in 11th place. Deanne would probably like to put that one behind her as well.
Kicked out a little slow.
4 and 1/2.
These girls have to put their best dives early in the meet to get into the finals. So this is what they've got left, and it's hard to have an 11 dive list. It's so powerful.
1 twist, free, 2.3.
Nicole Vanderbeek.
Nice dive.
Back 1.5 with a twist.
She's a pretty far away from the board as well.
4.
And Nicole coming up with 4s and 5s.
Twisting, gets her arms down at her side, and in the water. Saved it a little bit. Should take a little bit deeper.
There are her numbers, the total down here, 351.70. And here's the final diver, Robin Yachter from Palatine, the senior. So this is her final dive in state. 6th place finisher a year ago.
A little short.
349, 55, 375, 65 is her finishing totals with
Here's
4
Robin's
and 5s.
last dive here. And the crowd is applauding. A little short there. The crowd's applauding because it's a real apparent, I think, that Hannah Shin is the winner. She won as a freshman, won as a senior.
Our unofficial totals right here. Hannah Shin first. Reed Evans from Champaign Centennial coming up to take second. Third, Liz Olson from Barrington. Amanda Cruz from Champaign Central finishing 4th. We'll make that official and come back with more when we return from a break. The diving, and Hannah Shin wins her 2nd state title in her 4-year career. Reed Evans, a nice jump coming up from 5th place with some fine diving in the final 3 tries from Champaign Central. Then Liz Olson from Barrington, Amanda Cruz of Champaign Centennial, and Julia McDonald Springfield, Robin Yachter of Palatine. And there is Hannah Shin. The 2nd time is twice as nice.
There's a happy girl. Looks exhausted though, doesn't she?
With every right in the world to be.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Nice job.
From Friend High School in Palatine, there is your 1995 diving champion. And there's Mom. Very happy.
Very proud. Holding the future diver in her hands.
Well, we'll show you one of her final 3 dives. And boy, did she do a nice job on this. It's the back 1.5. Once again, you saw the final standings.
Here's Hannah's 10th dive. This was such a strong dive. And she got a nice twist in this, nailed this dive, giving her a total of about 42, 41 points, and that sealed it.